The CleanBlastPRO has a number of features built on the front and the back that really make operation fast and intuitive for the operator. Let's take a look at the front of the interface, starting with the LCD panel. This provides key information to the user for operating, maintaining, and refilling the device. This not only provides information, but it's controlled by this dial here. You can either rotate or press a button, and that activates further controls on the menu. Managing the CleanBlastPRO menu is very fast and intuitive, as your main information is already readily displayed on the home screen, or known as the VIAVI menu. You'll see first is the profile, which is currently active. We're set at simplex right now. Next is the air pressure, which is currently at 95.2 psi. Really anything above 80 psi should be sufficient. And then finally we have the fluid level, which indicates the amount of solvent that's in the internal tank. This is also represented by the 5 LEDs illuminated here on the right. Each profile is a very carefully designed cleaning profile that optimizes the cleaning algorithms for that particular connector type. There is a simplex fiber one like LC or SC. There is an MPO fiber one. And then there is a series of 5 custom profiles that the user can configure themselves. The CleanBlastPRO handset is equipped with several features for easy operation. On the front of the device is where you attach our comprehensive portfolio of FCLT series cleaning tips. The device is attached to a 6-foot umbilical so that you can easily reach the connectors and ports within your work area. On the front of the handset is an LED that illuminates so that you can easily see the port that you're cleaning at the time. And on the back is an input for an optional extension handset for hard to reach areas. In addition to the handset buttons, you can also initiate the firing sequence using an optional foot control pedal that can be connected to the back of the device. By default, the device will ship with the FCLT-U25, which is purpose-built for cleaning any bulkhead with a 2.5 millimeter ferrule, such as an SC connector. Likewise, if you're cleaning a multi-fiber connector, such as an MPO, you could attach the FCLT-MTP cleaning tip. All right, so we're going to demonstrate how to use the CleanBlastPRO to clean a simplex fiber connector. We'll start with a patch cord. To do this, we've got our CleanBlastPRO set up, and we also have a benchtop series FVAM microscope that we can use to inspect it both before and after cleaning. Let's start here by taking a look at this patch cord. Let's say that this has come across the assembly line. I'll remove the dust cap and let's check how it is. As you can see on the screen there, the FVAM is showing that it's got some contamination on it. So we'll insert that into the CleanBlastPRO. Give it a clean. And now let's check that again. Now you can see that that's pristine now. And if we were at the final stage of production, we'd want to use our pass-fail analysis to generate a pass-fail test and also a certification report so we can send it to the customer. And that's a summary of showing a cleaning process for a simplex patch cord. Now let's take a look at a simplex bulkhead. All right, now we're ready to demonstrate cleaning the bulkhead side of simplex connectors. And for this one, I'm going to be using a FiberCheck probe microscope to do my inspection. I've got a typical SC bulkhead connector on there. And for my cleaning, I'm using an FCLT-U25 cleaning tip. Let's take a look at this first top row here of connectors. I'll use the FiberCheck probe, and I can see that that one's dirty. That's dirty. I'm going to go ahead and check all 6 of these. That one's dirty. That one's dirty. That one's really dirty. And this one looks pretty dirty as well. Yep, sure enough, it is. So let's take the CleanBlastPRO now and go ahead and clean these ports. All right, so now let's use the fiber check probe to check those again and see how they turned out. That's clean, it passes. 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 And that's clean, it passes. And that's just a quick demonstration of how you can use the CleanBlastPRO to clean the bulkhead side of simplex connectors. Okay, so now we're ready to demonstrate cleaning an MPO type connector. We're starting with a patch cord. I have the FVAM series benchtop microscope set up with an FMAG MPO adapter on that. So let's take a look at this MPO connector and see how clean it is. I can already see that this first connector is contaminated, so I'm going to run a pass-fail analysis to see how many of those are dirty. While that's going on, I'm going to run through my checklist for my CleanBlast. Want to make sure that the device is stable and it's powered on. I'm connected to air. The LED is lit, and there's enough solvent in the tank. I've got the right tip and the handset. And you can see here I've got an FCLT MTP tip as well as the MTP-MA mating adapter for cleaning the patch cord. And my handset has already been primed. It looks like here the analysis has been done and quite a few of those are contaminated. In fact, only 4 of those are even clean. So let's go ahead and clean that. Plug that in here. I'll initiate the cleaning. This is using the MPO cleaning profile. And now let's go ahead and check that. It's looking clean on those first 2. Let's go ahead and run a pass-fail analysis and see how the rest of them look. This is scanning through all 12 of those fibers and evaluating them based off of the IEC 61300-335 standard, which most manufacturers adhere to. As you can see here, all 12 of those fibers are clean now. We've saved that, and we can generate a report to send those off to our customers, and we're good to go. Now let's take a look at cleaning the bulkhead side. Okay, so now we're ready to demonstrate the CleanBlastPRO cleaning the bulkhead side of an MPO connector. I have the bulkhead here of the MPO, and to inspect this time, I'm using the FiberCheck Sidewinder microscope. So let's go ahead and use this to take a look at the connector behind the bulkhead here. I'll get that in focus. And I can already see that that one is contaminated, but I'm going to run a full pass-fail analysis here to just see how many of those fibers, those 12 fibers, are actually contaminated so I know what I'm dealing with. Right now it's running through all 12 of those fibers. Sure enough, it gives me that sound here, and it tells me that, boy, basically all but 4 of those are dirty. So let's go ahead and use the CleanBlastPRO here. I have the FCLT-MTP tip on there, set to the MPO profile. I give that a clean. And now let's take a look again. Go back live, get that in focus. And now let's initiate a test. And this is running through all 12 of those fibers, evaluating against the IEC 61300-335 standard for fiber acceptance testing. And sure enough, all 12 of those fibers are clean now. And that's an overview of the CleanBlastPRO being used to clean both the patch cord and the bulkhead sides of an MPO connector.